Alright, this is going to be a little short, quick tip for Libre design. And the question came up on the forum about when you're designing a part and you have, in this case, it was a part with a double end yoke. And I just have a sketch up here with 2 rings on each end of this shaft. But now you got the design done and you realize that, oh, by the way, they've got to be 90 degrees opposed. So how do you, after you're at this point, how do you rotate one end so that it's 90 degrees off the design state that you have? So I'd like to point out something that's been talked about before on the forum, and that is that you create a plane for each feature that you're going to design. And in this case, I mean, I'm guilty of it as much as anyone, I suppose, because I learned on SolidWorks where they just have you sketch on face without regard to planes. But in this case, what I did here, let me roll back my tree here. I created 2 planes, one right-hand yoke and a left-hand yoke, and they're off of the XY plane. So I created my planes, I hid the XY plane, and now as I create my features, I hid the left-hand yoke plane, and then I created the sketch on the right-hand yoke plane, completed that feature. Then I hid this plane, brought the left-hand yoke into visibility, created my next yoke or ring, and then once that's done, I created my extrusion between here, and then I did a mirror on the extrusion. Now here's the trick on this extrusion. Notice that these rings are different distances from the origin. In your extrusion, you want to select to next. You do not want to go to geometry, because when you go to geometry, it might fail because the distances are different. But if you go to next, then it doesn't matter what the distances are going to be. So that'll take care of that distance, like 2 inches or 3 inches here. So now here comes the beauty part. You go into your equation editor and you look for your yoke angles. Now your right hand yoke is at 0, and I want to make that 90. I key in 90, tab, hit OK, and the part's rotated 90 degrees. Or you could be 45 or 30, whatever you want. But anyway, that's the way you do this with the minimum amount of hassle in trying to figure out how to repair this situation after the deed is done. So the trick is creating your work planes before you start the work, and that takes a little bit of pre-planning on the designer's part. So hope this helps you out. See you on the next one.